It's theater week, but it's also a fun day because I am going to be a chef. And I'm going to put on my apron. So I get to be a chef. So this is going to be fun activity, and you can do this at home. Okay? So we are going to make Play-Doh. But Play-Doh has steps, and it goes in order for it to work properly. And we have ingredients. So let's go through our ingredients first that you need to gather from your cupboard, or you need to jot them down so Mommy can go find them and you can go find them in your kitchen, or maybe you might have to go to the store and get them as well. Number one, first ingredient, you need water. That can come out of the faucet. So you have water at home. Second ingredient, you have salt. Salt is a wonderful ingredient, and I know you like it, and it comes from minerals, and it comes from the ocean. Third ingredient is the color. Now, we're going to be using food coloring, but you can also be creative, and I'll send you a link on making natural colors from onion skins or coffee. You can play with learning, even grass. You can grind grass and put warm water in it, and it'll make a color. Beets, radishes, anything in our environment you can get color from. The fourth ingredient is oil. We're going to be using vegetable oil, but it could be any oil that you have in your home. Fifth ingredient is interesting. It's called cream of tartar, but if you don't have it, it's kind of like baking powder and baking soda. So you could play with it and see what that might look like. But I have cream of tartar, but it's a hard ingredient to find in the Philippines. So you can maybe improvise with the two of them or one of them, baking soda or baking powder. Sixth ingredient is flour, and we're using white flour, not wheat flour, okay? So I want you to look at the ingredients and look at the order. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. It's kind of like our timeline, right? This is a timeline of steps that we're going to go through to make our Play-Doh. Our timeline we did was in years of your life, but now we're going to do a timeline, kind of steps to make Play-Doh. Now let's look at the experiment on hand. I have them here. Number one is the water. I already have it. So you need to have your measuring cups. 1 cup of water is the big one. You can figure it out. I'm sure Mommy has measuring. So we're measuring now to make our Play-Doh. So the first thing you do is you measure a cup of water. Put it in a bowl. Second, you measure the salt. And that comes in the cup as well. And it's 1/3 of a cup. I already measured it out. I have my really good cooking show. You know, you could do this and video yourself doing it as a chef. You could have your own Play-Doh cooking show. You could do this with something else. Like Maya, you can make those little cool little balls that Mommy makes, and you could do all those little ingredients. Or TJ, you can show me the steps to make a dish. But right now, we're doing this. So now we're going to take the salt, and we're going to add it to the water. Now, look, this is like a science experiment as well. So what's happening to the salt? It's melting. It's not becoming a solid item anymore. Salt, it's becoming salt water. So you stir it around. You could use your hand because that's kind of fun to touch it. Tell me what it feels like. You could even taste it. It tastes like the pool. It tastes like the ocean. It tastes delicious. I love salty things. It's not sweet, it's salty. So that's the second ingredient. We want to make it all liquidy. to get rid of all the particles till it's almost all a liquid. We want to make this solid into a liquid as much as we can. You can stay there for a while because it's not salt. This is very coarse salt, so it's not solidifying that. It's not liquefying that well. Okay, next ingredient. It's your choice, what color you want and what color you have in your house, but we're going to use this one. This one's yellow. It's food coloring, but I'm going to send you a link on maybe being creative and you can make your own color. A few drops. Now, I'm not going to put my hand in there unless you had gloves because your hand might turn yellow. I think I put too much. Do you think I did? I think I was only supposed to put what? A couple drops, but I think I put too much. But that's okay. It still looks pretty. Kind of looks orangey, but look, you can see the yellow on the outside. So what? Yellow and what? So what other color could be in here? Isn't that interesting? It's orange. So yellow and red, red and yellow make orange. So do you think this, where's the red coming from? Interesting. Okay. I think this is yellow. What color is this? Okay. Then we're going to add the oil. The oil, 2 tablespoons of oil. So I poured the oil here. 1, 2. I just poured it. 2 tablespoons of oil. Okay. Then we're going to stir it up. There we go. We're chefs in the kitchen. Look at that. Now we're adding the next ingredient to liquefy this because this is going in order. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth. See? This is math and you don't even know it. It's as important to follow directions because we want the ingredients to work right. So now we're going to add the cream of tartar. Mix it all in. This is like chemistry as well. Things interact with each other. And who am I? I'm a Play-Doh chef. And I'm in the kitchen doing this awesome little experiment for you. And then what comes next? The last ingredient, the flour. 2 cups. I already measured it out. 2 cups of flour in the bowl. And then we're going to add it. Here we go. We're adding the flour. I wonder if we should stir it first. What do you think? And then add more. Sometimes flour is weird that way. Where's my little spoon? Don't know, I just lost it. Here it is. Now, we're going to mix it all together and see what happens. We're making the Play-Doh. Oh, it's getting yellow. Okay, so the white brought that back to yellow. It's a nice yellow. It's turning nice. Look, and we're getting Play-Doh. So this is going to be good for you because you're going to have something to experiment with. Now, I didn't have to make all this yellow. We could have separated it and I could have made a different color, 2 different colors, but you can experiment on your own. So now we have the spoon going, but you know, I kind of want to use my hands. It's kind of fun to get right in it. So now let's get right in it and knead it together. And now we're making the dough. Here we go. Look at this. Oh my goodness, this is magical. Look at Play-Dohs. This is now, remember, it's gonna harden if you don't put it in a little bag after. You have to keep it in a little container, like a cup of, something sealed, a jar, or wrap it in a Ziploc bag or a piece of, what? It has to have no air to it, otherwise it's gonna harden. Oh, I wish you were here. I would share my Play-Doh with you. I guess I'm gonna have to do some fun stuff with it. So I get to create and do some, make shapes, or do my math lesson, or I don't know. It's just awesome. Look, we have Play-Doh. And what color is it? Yellow, and it's a big ball, a big sphere of Play-Doh. And then I can play with it and make different shapes, as you will. Okay? Thank you.